Hey guys, Ricardo checking in once again. So today I'm going to be installing a new bumper for the Rubicon. This is a 2024 Jeep Wrangler JL Rubicon 4XE edition. I'm going to be installing a new bumper just because I don't like the way that the OEM plastic bumper looks. It's not very functional. This part right here gets in the way. It's obviously plastic. It's pretty light, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't really offer too much of a protection, although it has these cool little tow hooks. So the new product I'm going to be installing is, it's from a local company. It's very inexpensive. It's kind of a budget brand made in China. Some of the products I've gotten from this very budget company has been, serving me pretty well. The roof rack on top of my Lexus GX, as you can see, is also from the same company. I've had that for years, and it hasn't given me an issue. The production quality is pretty good, so I have no complaints. I'm going to be installing a new bumper, maybe a skid plate, so we'll see. Another reason why I'm replacing the bumper is that I'm going to be using this bumper to pull people out of the snow with, to push brush out of the way with, and I'm going to be using it potentially for a winch plate. So this bumper is definitely going to be put through its paces, and eventually, if I want to, I could put the OEM bumper back on and return it to stock. Guys, so before I slap this bumper on, I want to go ahead and weigh it. I'm also going to weigh the old bumper just to see what the weight change will be in relation to the steel Tyger bumper and then the plastic OEM bumper. Alright guys, so as you can see, it says it's about 69.4 pounds. This is obviously with the bumper and the box. The website says it weighs about 60 pounds, so I can see that this box and packaging material could probably comprise the other 9 pounds. So the skid plate inside the shipping container, it's about 12 pounds. On the website it says it's about 10 pounds. So the first step of the bumper replacement would be to remove the old bumper. I'm going to be removing these tabs. As you can see, there's two here. And to better access the bottom of the bumper, as you can see, there's a bunch of clips right here that I'm going to remove. Some bolts, clips. I'm going to remove this skid plate that I will be replacing later on as well. Alright guys, so I took out these little tabs underneath the bumper. Now I believe there's about 2 bolts right here and right here that I'm going to remove and to take out the skid plate. Alright guys, so that's the bottom skid plate. This looks to be just as thick as a trash can. It does the job, but it's very unsubstantial when it comes to protecting the metal underparts of your Jeep. Lift and drop. Right here, I believe, is the sway bar disconnect motor. So I'm definitely going to want to keep some form of skid plate here. Next step is to remove, I believe, about 8 bolts. 1, 2, and there's another 4. 1, 2, and 3 and 4, as you can see right there. There's the old bumper. Alright everyone, and this is what the Jeep looks like without the bumper. So let's keep on moving. I'm curious to see how much it's going to weigh. So the old bumper, as you can see, weighs about 35 pounds. So the new bumper is only going to be about 25 pounds heavier, and it is made out of steel. Okay, so the next part is to remove these little tabs, to remove the factory LED fog light cover. As you can see, I've already done that on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and remove it and show you what's underneath. So I'm going to be pulling out the housing for the fog lights as well as the wiring strapped probably right underneath all that metal. And there we go. Okay, so I pulled out the LED fog lights. I unplugged it so it's easier to work with. This will be the top, this will be the bottom. Also, I think the hard part is to kind of pull out this wiring harness from inside the bumper. Alright guys, so it's kind of a pain in the butt to pull out this wiring from underneath just because it's kind of tacked on with these tabs and these little holes right here. So what I've learned to do is, you could see the opposite end of the tab. There's one right there, there's one right there, and a couple more down the line. So what I did was I got this pushing tool. Is you pretty much just push down on the tab, the back end of the tab, and it kind of releases the wiring harness, so you could pull it out of the opposite end a lot easier. Alright guys, so it was a little difficult to pull out this wiring, so I went ahead and removed the metal bumper back plating right here, and I took out these cool little tow hooks that I won't be able to use anymore. But at this point it's a lot easier to reach the back of the wiring harness once you take the bumper apart. Success. Right. So this is the bumper. It's powder coated. The quality looks pretty hefty, pretty good, pretty stout. The packaging was good. I don't really see any scratches on the paint. This is a pretty cool emblem. I'm going to hide it with the license plate, but if you want to show it off, it looks pretty good too. And if you look behind the bull bar, you could put up to 4 pod lights here. You could put a winch here. Hopefully this is strong enough to pull somebody out with. So one of the fog light brackets is in. As you can see, for the JL models, it uses this little bracket right here to help the fog lights latch on. I got the 2 fog lights brackets installed. I re-plugged in the wiring, and I kind of wrapped around the wiring within the bumper so that it doesn't show if I do decide to not run a front license plate. The passenger side is where the connector for the fog lights will connect, so I have it on this end. As you can see, that's where it's going to mount onto. I'm going to go ahead and place these bolts, screws, and washer contraption on the back side right here. I've already done it on this side. Thankfully, the bumper comes with these plastic retainers that help you latch it on. It would help to have another person assist me in aligning the new bumper, but I'm going to go ahead and try to do it myself. It's only about 60 pounds. It took quite a bit of effort to do this by myself, because the 4 bolts, despite the fact that there is a plastic retainer, are kind of hard to line up with. I think the effort is definitely paying off. I do like the look. It protrudes out quite a bit, and I do like that. And obviously the tires are much more visible. The OEM skid plate, as you can see right here, doesn't really match aesthetically to the Tyger bumper. So I'm going to see if this one is much more attractive than the original skid plate on the Jeep Wrangler. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and slap the skid plate onto the bottom of the bumper. So it requires me to create these 2 brackets. So essentially what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and line up these 2 slots here with the brackets that were supplied by Tyger. And then after that, we're just going to bolt this part to the bottom of the bumper. Alright guys, so that was pretty much the installation process of the Tyger front bumper. I kind of wanted to show you guys what it looks like. I'm about to take it on a test drive. Not that it would affect the driving dynamics of the vehicle. Anyways, I do like the look of it. I like how it doesn't hide the wheels. I like the color of it, the powder coating, all the options it provides. The skid plate actually looks pretty good. Although this area right here, it looks unfinished. That area with the little bolt there was gray. I did paint it black. Overall, I do like the look. You know, it's very functional. It's only 60 pounds. Definitely adds a bit more protection, I would say, over the OEM plastic bumper. Plans are for the future, I'm going to put an 8K winch on here. I might put some shackles here, and I might install some KC lights, maybe 2 or 4 of them later on. I wanted to show you guys what it looks like underneath. To be honest with you guys, the OEM skid plate that was here originally did seem a little bit stouter. It did seem a lot more substantial than what you get here. Anyways, I'm going to show you guys a couple cool angles of the new bumper. I do really like it a lot. It's pretty sweet. So that's pretty much the end of the video. Hopefully it was useful in some way. If it was, please do like the video, share, subscribe. We do a lot of overlanding, 4x4, install videos, things like that. I have my Jeep behind me. Also, my future project vehicle will be my 2023 Lexus GX. All right, guys, so we'll see y'all next time. Peace out.